Hey, it's Terra Zoo. Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be playing the demo for an upcoming game called Terra Nil. So the general premise of the game is to restore life to the barren wasteland. Indeed, like what they say right there. Restore the greenery. So you have your resources right here, and you have your goal bar right here. So you start with these little buildings down here. So you have your wind turbine, your toxin scrubber, your irrigator, water pump, calcifier, and excavator. So you see, you have these riverbeds around here. So the excavator creates new riverbeds, but it repollutes the land. You have the water pump, which fills all the river basins. The irrigator restores plant life to clean the soil. And the toxin scrubber is what cleans the soil. So these wind turbines can only be placed on rocks. So gotta place this real quick. The calcifier creates new rocks in case you need to place a wind turbine somewhere else. I think it's interesting. I've already played through it once. So at the end of the level, everything you've placed is cleaned up before you leave. So there's no sort of hypocrisy to it. You actually restore life to the land and leave nothing behind. So place these all around the map. Have a decent amount of coverage. And it shows you the range, the area to which it provides power. So now that we got all the power out there, we start placing the toxin scrubbers. And they're pretty generous with their placement. As you can see, technically this is outside the range of the windmill. Place another one up here. So now it's time to actually restore the greenery. You can see it restores it in an L pattern. And that number right there is how many resources you'll gain for placing it in its current spot. Which is what I like about this game, because you can make informed decisions. So all the way over here, you have 129, 128, so perfect spot. So we're at 7% so far. And when you know that this thing restores in an L-shaped pattern, you can place these in such a way that you get the most efficiency out of it. You can just store one of these here and one of them here. So that goes this way, and this will create the L shape. So you see, we're at 254 right now. Let's call it greenery. I don't know what else to call it. I mean, it shows leaves, so would that be green energy? So we got 130, regardless of where we place it. Oh, and instead of up here. There we go. Gain 139. So now, it's just more of the same until we fill this meter. So to show off the water pump, you see that it restores life to whatever tiles the water touches. So you can only place it in the channels, and it has to connect to the land as well. They also programmed water physics in here, so it also has a range on it. We're going to have to place a second one in order to fill this up. So in total, you could probably get away with just 4 of them to fill all this up. Because I'm only missing this much space here and this much space here. So if I just placed them better to begin with, it would have only taken 4. And so you see the point of the excavator would be to cut another channel right here, because windmills can only be placed on rocks, and the calcifier can only make rocks on the riverbeds. So in order to get power all the way over here, you would need another riverbed. So you see here, it shows you what range the land will be poisoned. So it's best to make sure you use this before purifying the soil. Also very expensive. Costs the most green resources, probably because it does the most damage. And now that we've hit 100% of the goal, actually 104%, we have successfully repopulated the wasteland with plant life. Now we need some biodiversity. So we're building biomes, baby. So we have the wetlands, the forest, and the plains. Or these kind of flowery lands. Regardless, it's bees. Now we got a new set of tools, or buildings more precisely. So we have the research center, reduces the cost of scrubbers, pumps, calcifiers, and excavators, and makes the excavators smaller. So they're 70, not the windmill, but 50, 50, 50, 75, and 200. So you can only place one of these. Now they're 25, 50, 25, 40, and 100. So we have the hydroponium, which makes the wetlands, and you have to place them on top of irrigators. You can see they're spread right here. So on top of irrigators and also near the river. It's like this one, too far away. Also gonna need a lot of wetlands too. We create them right here. See, they'll only fill the bar up about 1/3 of the way. So from this point on, I'm gonna lose points from placing irrigators, but you need them to be that close to make wetlands. So it's a gain in the long run, really. Ooh, losing points on that one. It doesn't do the cliff tops, it only does this lower lands. So probably be better, place another one right here. So first, clean up the land. Then irrigate it. And then turn it to wetlands. So one more set of wetlands and should be done. Perfect. So the next one to move on to will be bees. So you place the bees in a restored tree and create a field of flowers. So 2 more of those should do the trick. Two more now, because that one was not good. Unlike the wetlands, this one actually does the cliffs. Any more trees around here? Oh, there's this one. Now the last one is going to take a bit of work. Uses nutritious ash to create forests. So the first step is you have to build a solar amplifier. And then you have to start a controlled burn. Now this entire area will be burned away, which there doesn't seem to be anything controlled about it. Also, it didn't take away from the other biome, which is interesting, because it's not finished burning yet. We'll see. Okay, fire's out. This biome still doesn't count as being destroyed, though. Interesting. So now you have the ash piles of the buildings. And now you can place one of these where the previous building stood. And create forest. So, losing points on this one, but that should be enough to complete it. Biodiversity restored, we can now begin the process of cleaning up. You just need to construct an airship of recycled materials. You've also been given access to advanced weather technology. Percentage of buildings that have been recycled and loaded onto the airship. So we have the humidity pylon. Uses water and wet land to increase humidity, but wasteland decreases it. And temperature pylon uses solar amplifiers to increase the ambient temperature. So we've only got this one pylon here. We place this one. Raise the temperature by 8 degrees. And then increase the humidity over here by 8%. Might have an effect on the wildlife that'll show up here. I didn't place these the last time I played, so I'm not really sure. Onto the third tab. So here we have the airship itself. Takes up a lot of space. Place it here so we don't ruin those wetlands. This is the raft, which collects the recycled materials. This is the silo, which recycles all the buildings into an easy collect container, so anything in the range gets recycled. So if the building gets highlighted with green, it'll be collected. And these are the docking stations for the raft. They'll collect any silos in their range. So this one is just barely too far away to be collected. But the good thing about these silos is you can use the silos to collect the silos. Siloception. So now I just got to get all this packed up real quick. You can also see, as you're packing up, that the wildlife has returned. You got the deers over here. You got these birds. You got these frogs hopping around in the wetlands. And there's a bear right here, but you can barely see it. Just his butt so far. And over here, you see the bees. So nothing we've done is planted animal life, except maybe that beehive right there. So I assume it's just the planet heals itself when you heal the planet. Now the docks are built, so now we will wait. As it takes its sweet time to collect them all. Should just be this last one left. Get these last 2 silos out of here. There'd be no more trace of human life left. Just ran over those fish. That's not very eco-friendly, though they don't seem to care. About to run them over again on the way back. Move, fish, move! No! And that's it. Time to go home? I mean, I assume the humans are living somewhere else. Just gotta pick up that little raft and we're out. Also, there's like a terrarium or something in the airship. Very strange. And just follow it to the edge of the map, and away it goes. Out into the nothingness. Wasteland reclaimed. And then you see, that's just one of the continents on this planet. This planet doesn't really look like Earth, though. So I wonder what this planet is. Or maybe the twist is that this is Earth, and we've just come back to fix all the damage we've done to it. It's certainly a different take on the city builder real-time strategy games. I enjoyed it though, so I'm definitely be buying it when it comes out. I'm going to leave the video here for now though, so if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.